Hey guys, welcome back to the next section of this video, and it's about 5 things I love about the Honda Civic RS. And the first and foremost is the line of sight. So if you come in here, now this is my view. Sitting in this car, what do you get is this. Well, what you see is nice, but more than that, when you start the car up, I've always said this before, that Mazda got it right when the screen here was just in the tip, a little bit below than the horizon line of the windscreen there. So you get nice unobstructed view looking out. And obviously the meter cluster themselves is actually angled. I'm not sure you can see this, but if you see the cluster, it's actually angled this way to meet the curvature of the steering. So it's a very good way of putting the meter cluster. And as well as what you see is everything inside. There is no blockage. From my viewing angle, if you see here, I can see the AC, the velocity of the air, the modes, they're all inside, and I think that is something they've done very well. Even the drive mode button in a BMW, this is obstructed because why? There is no indentation. Here it's clearly defined. While driving the car, I can put my finger down and just flick it and it's there. So yeah, line of sight is my top one reason why I love the Honda Civic RS. Next thing about the Civic RS, and I must say, is the shock and dampening. Now, a lot of Japanese cars have a problem with being too light. When it's too light, you will go and just crash when you go to really harsh roads. This Civic RS feels heavy, and the shocks do a very good job. I felt no bumps and bruises of the road. It was going like as if it was an Accord almost, if you can believe that. So yeah, shocks and dampening on this car is beautiful. The only thing I maybe will change up is the PS4 tires on this car is a little harsh because PS4 has got really hard sidewalls. So yes, shock and dampening is a plus point. You cannot talk about the Civic RS without talking about the interior and build quality. Now, Japanese cars were fond of this. If you press here, they will flex. On the Civic RS, these are extremely well put together, and soft material on the top, and hard and really well built stuff. Even the knobs here, even the way they go up and down, even this small little knob to turn the AC vent off and on, they're extremely well put together. There's nothing in the car, I would say, creaks except for one thing. So again, it's extremely good interior build quality. But comes to exterior, if you come here, look at the door here. This door skin is almost plastic or aluminum, but if you see there, see how it flexes? So I'm not sure why, but these are very soft material. Maybe it's to save weight, but other than that, the interior build quality is excellent. You can't talk about the Civic without complaining about the CVT. Everyone says the CVT on the Civic is horrible. Yes and no. The old Civic, the FC, was horrific because why? It will whine for no apparent reason. But I'm happy to report that this Civic, the Civic FE, has got better gear shifts, and I'm on normal mode now. I'm in a stand stop still, clear roads, housing area, but it's now 1 o'clock, no one's there. And if you floor it, that's first, second. So yeah, so it doesn't whine as much as the older Civic, as well as the lifting procedure, the way it goes, the way it pulls. You don't get that sponginess effect as much as you would do with the older CVT. So yeah, it's a way better CVT than the earlier models. The last bit about the Civic RS, which I totally love, and again, there's a lot of things to love here, the design, all that stuff, but the last thing is this meter cluster. I'm a big fan of meter clusters that work. Like in the VSU group cars, you've got like your Golf GTI, you've got your TT, and you've got your Audis, they make good meter clusters. And this is a good attempt to make a cheaper meter cluster, which feels expensive. Now, if you see from here, you think that they are both digital, but no, this is actually analog, but the color of this white and this white is exactly the same. That is brilliant. What you get is only on this portion here, it's LCD. And not only do you get an LCD display, which you can go in and flick here to mode, for example, the home screen, and you can change things like speed and timer and stuff. But on navigation, so when you go to your Android Auto and navigate, on this screen it tells you to turn left or right. I'm telling you guys, there are very few cars out there which give you navigation instruction on the display itself. Even a BMW will give a F30, for example, will give you instructions based on its native navigation system. So if you're the native BMW navigation, will tell you the navigation on the display, but not on the Android Auto. So Android Auto navigation integration with the cluster is a first on me. And in a Civic, I tell you, it's a no-brainer. The Civic is just pretty awesome. So yeah, that's my top 5 reasons why I love this Civic. I hope I've given you some insight to things that you probably didn't see before. And till next time, go out there and have a little more fun like I do in a Civic. Bye guys.